how to analyze a stock fundamentally. This is going to be the topic of this video. Please watch this video till the end. I'll try to explain how, in very simple way, you can analyze any company. So initially, when I started trading and investing, when it comes to fundamental analysis, this the words like how to analyze a company, how to read a balance sheet, this used to frighten me. I used to think, oh my god, how long will be this? How big will be this balance sheet? From where I'll get this balance sheet? How to read the balance sheet? And such kind of heavy words used to scare me. And I have spent a lot of time in this. So I'll tell from my experience how, in very simple terms, you can analyze any company. So, and this is more about fundamental analysis. So in trading, there are two kind of analysis. One is fundamental, one is technical. So fundamental is what is happening in the company, what is the profit, what is the sales, things like that. So if you look at the screen, this is Apollo Hospital. So whatever we are seeing here, this is fundamental. Technical is price. So let's say, let me open the chart of Apollo Hospital. This. So if whatever analysis we'll do here, this will be called as technical. So we are looking at the price. So I'll give one simple example. Let's say you have gone to a new city and you have to tell where the food is good, in which restaurant. So what you can do, you can go to different restaurants, taste the food and tell your friend, okay, these are the restaurant where the food is good. Or no need to go and eat. You can go outside of the restaurant and hotels and see where there is more crowd. Wherever there is more crowd, you can tell, okay, the food must be good. That's why people are here, and you can recommend that particular place to your friend. So in technical analysis, what people say, we don't look at the company, what the company is doing, what is the profit, what is the loss. If people are buying a particular company, it is considered okay. The company must be good. That's why people are buying the stock. So we'll buy that stock. That is technical analysis. Okay. Fundamental is you go and check how the company is doing. So there are various parameters, but if you follow these two or three parameter, that will be enough for you, you know, to come to a conclusion whether we should invest in the stock or not. No need to go very, very deep and look at the pipeline and the profit margin and the competitor and the industry and the country and the world and Trump, what he's doing and the interest rate and whatnot. Okay. So, for example, so how to do that? First, there is this website called screener.in, right? So this is the company name. This you open. Anything you can take. For example, let's say Zomato. What happened to Zomato? I think there is some name change. Jet. Let's check. Oh, the name is changed to Eternal. Okay. Yes. So this even for me is now a general knowledge that Zomato name is changed to Eternal. I can easily stop this recording and again start, but this is not what I do. I generally don't go for editing. It is one shot. I'll create a video of whatever 10, 15, 20 minutes and then I will upload no this all this zooming effect, zoom zoom and too much editing and all. Basically idea is whatever I'm telling you it should help you, and this is something you can check yourself. It's not some content making, entertainment kind of things. So yeah, Eternal. Now what you can check. So what you first thing that you should do, you should go to this section called profit and loss. So last few years data will be here. There will be so many things: sales, expense, operating profit, OPM percentage, other income, interest, depreciation, people, profit before tax, tax percentage. Here just you have to look two things. this line first, sales. Okay. So if you look at the sales in 2018, it was 466 crores, then 1313, then 2605, 11994, 4192. So it is increasing, right? Is this enough to invest in a company? No, because sometimes the sales or the revenue might increase, but the net profit might not be very high, or it might not be good also. Although the sales is good, because the company might be burning cash on many things like their advertisement cost, they might be giving offers. For example, in this case, if you see here, net profit was negative. Okay. So in March 2023, that time only, I mean, till that time, the net profit was minus, and then in 2024, it turned positive. Okay, so whenever you are analyzing any company, you are thinking to buy the stock for investment or for trading purpose. See, if it is for intraday 2 3 days, this analysis might not be that useful. But if you're trying to hold the stock at least for 20 20 days, or one at least like 1 month to 1 year, whatever, this analysis is going to help. Because if the fundamental of a company is good, even if you are investing or trading it for very small amount of time, if the fundamental is good, the wind is in your favor. Okay. If the fundamental is not so good, but technically it looks good and you are buying, you are going against the wind. So it is always good to have the wind on back of you when you are walking or running, right? So, first thing you should look at is sales. The sales should increase and the net profit should increase. These two things should be enough. Now, this is zoom out. You are looking the picture on the yearly chart, right? The yearly data. Now, you should go to the quarter. So, for example, March 2023. So, this is yearly data, right? Everywhere you will be seeing March, 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 because this is financial year and March. And this is yearly 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and this is for this current year. So if you see in 2023, first time this company, March 24, sorry, 2024, first time it made profit. Now you zoom in, you go inside the quarterly and see. So if you see this quarterly, if you see in the yearly, this is March 2024 is the time when it turned positive, right? Is profit. But if you look at the quarterly, in June 2023, first time from minus it turned positive. Okay, so this is the time you can think about buying the stock. Okay, this is not enough. Then you obviously have to do all other analysis, like technical, how it looks in the chart. Maybe I'll try to explain technical analysis later in some other videos. So when it comes to fundamental, the time the company is turning from negative in profit to positive, that is the time when you can think about, or that is the time you should start buying this stock of this company. So let's go to this chart and see eternal NSE. I added this. Now if you see, these are all moving averages. This line, let me remove all these things, so only thing will be price. So price, what was the time? It was in June 2023. So 2000 June. Yeah, so this is June. Okay. It was around 77 rupees. So if you see from 77 it went till 300. Now it is 231. So this was the time when this company made profit. Before that it was making loss. Okay. So this is the time when you can think about buying. Okay. So once you buy the company, there will be 4 important days in a year for that particular company. So the 4 quarterly results. So what you can do, once you have entered, let's say here you entered, right? Now you next quarter you see the sales has increased, yes, and the net profit has increased. you will hold the stock. Again, next quarter it has increased, and the profit also increased. Next time also it increased. Next time also increased. Now, if you see here, June 2024, first time in that particular quarter, if you see, the profit has dropped, net profit. Okay, although the sales was higher. So this is the point where you can think, okay, now it is making less profit as compared to the last quarter, but it should be significant. If it is 253 and here if it is 240 or something, you can still ignore, because sometime 1 or 2 quarter there could be flat, profit could be flattened, or there could not be, further rise in the profit. But if it is a significant drop from 253 to 176, this is a significant drop. So that time you can think about quitting this, exiting this company. So September 2024. So yeah, so this is the time somewhere here. So just very basic simple technical fundamental analysis that you did. When the company first time made profit, so it turned negative to zero, or positive, that time you entered, and the time the profit dropped, you exited. So this entire ride from 80 rupees till 300, you would have captured, and then you would have exited here. And again it went above that, but now you are not looking at the price. What you are looking, you are just looking here. Okay, so I hope you understood this, right? If you understood this, in the comment section, please write understood, so that I will get some feedback that you are able to understand what I am telling. Okay, so you should look at this net profit; it should increase, and before that the sales should increase. So this both the condition should be met. Okay, it's not like only, see, for example, your sales is increasing but it is making more and more loss. So you should not invest in that company. The time sales is also increasing and the net profit is positive, or it is increasing. In this case, I'm telling you that it has become positive. But in general, if both are increasing, the sales is increasing, the net profit is increasing, and if there is a turnaround, this is called the turnaround point. This is a good point to enter. Okay, and when there is a turnaround on the reverse side, that is a good point to exit. So first you went here yearly, right? So yearly, if you see, but what would have happened if you're just watching the yearly March 2024, this turned positive, right? 351 crores. So, but if you go to quarterly, that is the time, okay, not exactly after that, March 24, it turned positive, but immediately after 1 or 2 quarter, okay, it turned down, not negative, but turned down. So it is important that you go to the quarterly. Okay, first you have a look on the yearly, whether you should, whether this is of some interest to you, if something is happening here. Okay, and once that is there, you can go and go to the quarterly, pinpoint the exact location, exact quarter where the profit is turning to positive, okay, or increasing. In case the profit was already plus, so you can look at one more example where instead of from negative to positive, the company is always positive. Okay, so that example, we'll see one more. So once you look at the yearly, then you go to the quarterly and you enter, and when the profit turns down, you quit. So this is how you can do. So many people will tell, that sometime the company is not doing good but price is going up, or company is doing bad and the two things, company is doing bad and the stock price is going up, or the fundamental is good but price is not going down. So there could be two variations in that. But if you just follow some simple rule, like the sales is increasing, if the profit is increasing, you will be able to catch a bigger portion of the stock movement. Okay, no need to do any hi-fi and all those kind of big analysis. Simple number, this will help you to make profit, and also it will help you to stay out of all the kachra companies. Okay, so now let's look at one or two kachra companies. Sorry, I should not say kachra, but kachra in the sense too much hype in the market, but profit wise it is very bad. Kachra company. Let's not go to kachra. We will look at some blue chip Asian Paints. So here you go here first. You go to the yearly. These will be big numbers. I'm not going to read the number. You just look at the sales. It is increasing, right? So 2013 the sales were 10,000 crores and now it is 34,000. And if you look at net profit, it is always increasing. Okay. So if you now go to the quarterly, sometime what will happen if you're just looking at the yearly, there might be 2 or 3 quarters where it is dropped and you will not be able to know. So you need to go to the quarterly result. So if you see here, so the sales there is a minor drop here from 8,900 to 8,000, and see this net profit from 1,200 to 700. So there was a significant drop in September 2024. So let's say if you are already invested in this company, this might have been a good place to exit. Okay, but if you see again next quarter it improved, so maybe you can enter again, or you can always give benefit of doubt for 1 quarter. But sometime 1 quarter for a stock could be very huge. So it is always better to follow this results, and if it is very bad you get out and later when it improves you can re-enter. So September 2024 Asian Paint. So look at Asian Paint. Asian Paint. It is added in my list. Let me find out. Yeah. So this was in September 2024. See this place again. From here, this was in September. It was 3,400. Now it dipped till 2,000. So it was like significant drop in the share price. Okay. So if you follow this simple thing, sales increasing, net profit increasing, you stay invested. If it is dropping, you get out. So that's what I was telling. Sometime in the yearly, you will never find it. See, for example, the net profit was always positive here, right? So if you're just following the yearly, you will not know that. If you go to the quarterly, this is the nerves of any company, right? Sales and profit. No need to know the profit margin, the pipeline, this, that. Okay, eventually, if something is good, it will translate here. If something is bad, it will translate here. No need to do other kind of analysis. Eventually, it will come to the same place. Okay, the two things that you should always check. Third thing that you can check is return on equity. So this 3 to 5 years car return on equity you can always check. So return on equity is like FD return. Like let's say there are two bank. In one bank is going giving you 5%, the other bank is giving you 6%. So you go and invest in 6%. So anything above 15 to 18 is considered as good. So return on equity means whatever the company is having total asset, in that how much it is making. Okay. So if it is making like more than 15 to 80%, it is good enough. Asian Paint is making like 28% consistently. Okay. So, but there was a minor dip in one of the quarter, but again it picked up. So this kind of place, it will be a very good entry. Many people are not able to enter into Asian Paint because the 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 results were there, right? The sales was increasing, the profit was increasing, but the price was also increasing, so people are not able to enter. For example, you let me make it weekly to look at a larger. time frame. Let me remove these four lines. Okay. So if you see here, Asian Paint always increasing, right? This was the first time when there was a drop. And this is not some magic or it's some accident, right? We saw that the net profit decreased. No need to find the reason why this happened. You just exit. And one more thing that you can do when it changes, like December 2024, it turned positive again, right? Not positive. Positive, it increased. The sales was 694, then it increased. So December 2024, you can always enter again here. So you could have entered here. Maybe the price still went down for some time, but again it picked up. So it will keep you out from problem, and also it will help you to enter at right places. Okay, rather than watching financial news, TV, and reading newspaper, you can do your own analysis and you can buy stocks. So two things: sales and net profit, and one more will be your return on equity. These three things you can look. I will give one additional point that also you can always look. No need to go beyond that. So there is something called debt to equity. Debt to equity. So 0.14. That means if this company is having 100 rupees, in that 14 rupees is the debt. So any debt to equity below 20 is good. Basically, 20, more than 20 is problematic. But this is not something very yeah, it is critical, but always it doesn't make any sense because company when it is new, the company might have taken a lot of debt. Also, for banking sector, this will not be applicable. For example, let's say HDFC Bank. See, for every 100 rupees, they have debt for 644, right? So basically, they take money from people and then they again give it on interest. So you should not look at debt to equity for banking or any financial company because for them debt to equity always be more because they take money on debt and then they reinvest with interest. So only these three things should help you. The profit should increase before that the sales. So first sales should increase, then profit, and then you look at return on equity. And maybe fourth additional point will be your debt to equity. If you just look at this three four point, it will be enough for you to decide whether you should invest in a company, when you should invest, when you should get out. Okay. So if you understood what I know this might be a bit boring because yeah it's not that very exciting like unfortunately that is how it is. So hopefully yeah this is boring. I cannot make it very exciting for you, but yeah if you follow these things you will make money and money will make your life exciting. Always not that work will make your life exciting, the results. If you are able to analyze a company properly and you're making money, then excitement will come from other sources of life. You'll be happy spending the money and you can buy so many things. But the work itself, the analysis part, the trading part will be very boring. Okay, obviously. सो अगर आपको समझ में आ गया तो कमेंट में लाइक समझ में कुछ तो लिख दीजिए. फॉर एग्जांपल यू लाइक अंडरस्टूड. ओके सो दैट आई विल नो दैट आपको समझ में आ गया. एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टू प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल. आई वांट एटलीस्ट 1000 सब्सक्राइबर्स इन रिसेंट टाइम ताकि मेरे को थोड़ा मोटिवेशन आए और कुछ वीडियो बनाने के लिए. एंड बिलीव मी आई हैव 18 ईयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस इन द मार्केट. आपने बहुत सारा वीडियो देखा होगा लेकिन बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स कॉम्प्लेक्स टॉपिक को मैं बहुत सिंपल वे में आपको समझा सकता हूँ. ओके सो प्लीज़ आप आप आपने खुद ने नहीं किया सब्सक्राइब तो कर लीजिए और कोई एक दोस्त से सब्सक्राइब करवा दीजिए. थैंक यू.